What is going on, you beautiful face? In today's video, I'm gonna go over high ticket sales, high ticket closing. What is it? What do you sell? Basically the complete overview of what you need to know without the hype, without the fluff, and we're gonna get straight into it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. By the way, my name is Joey Rich. Nice to meet you. If you're new to this channel, welcome to Team Live Rich, where I mostly go over health, wealth, and also how to perform at the highest level possible. So we're gonna get straight into it. Now, the obvious question that we want to get out the way is, what is high ticket closing and what is high ticket sales? And if you're a beginner, nice to have you here because I'm going to give you the complete overview of everything you have to know. Let's get it. So all it really is you partner with what's called a quote unquote influencer. And a influencer is just a fancy word for an entrepreneur or a company that sells high ticket packages. Now, high ticket packages are very subjective. So it could be $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, and more. So what you do as a closer or as a salesperson is you get on the phone, you talk to the prospects, you understand their needs, their wants, their pains, their desire, their why, and at the end of the call, you prescribe them a solution, which is typically the packages of your influencers, aka the companies that you're working with. Now the question arises is, who are these influencers and who are these companies that you actually get on the phone and you close these deals for? So a couple of examples are entrepreneurs like Robert Kiyosaki, the creator of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Another one is going to be Tony Robbins, an entrepreneur, and he has multiple companies. And another one that's an easy example is someone like Russell Brunson, who has created ClickFunnels. So all these people have the exact same thing in common, is that they sell something. That's all you need to know, is that they sell something. It could be a mastermind, it could be a coaching program, it could be a course. They all sell something. Now it could all be different, but at the end of the day, it's exactly the same because they sell something. Again, program, coaching course, mastermind, and it could be various levels at various prices. Now, when it comes to closing for these companies, there's two ways you can go about it, which is outbound sales, outbound closing, or inbound sales, inbound closing. So it's a very easy example. So inbound is currently what I'm doing right now, where they actually book onto your calendar. I don't know if you can even see that, but they book onto your calendar and they go through a funnel. They go through a process where they have to book a call to actually speak with you. They fill out an application, they get pre-qualified, they get pre-vetted. So by the time you're on the phone with them, you know application process of their pains, their struggles, and then from there you just follow a sales flow, a sales script that usually your influencers or your company gives you. So that's the first way of actually doing sales or closing for these influencers, is that you take in inbound appointments, which is a prospect that they do with their marketing. They might stumble on a Facebook ad, and you might have done this before where you stumble on an ad. The next thing you know, you got to book a call, you got to fill out an application, and at the end of it, you're going to talk to someone and they're going to try to close you on the program. So that's inbound. The next thing is outbound, which is somebody who didn't book a call and someone who's not expecting a call from you. So outbound, the easiest example to go about it, even though it's not necessarily cold calling, it's cold calling. So I want to make this very easy to understand. So obviously cold calling, it's when somebody's not expecting to call, and that's outbound, and they're selling from both sides. So outbound is a different approach obviously compared to inbound. However, those are the two different ways of closing these deals for these influencers. Now you know that there's two ways of selling, which is outbound and inbound sales. There's also two main people that you actually sell to. There's also two different kinds of sales, which is B2B sales and also B2C sales. So to make it very easy for you, B2B stands for business to business and B2C stands for business to consumer. So just to give you some context, I used to work with a guy named Douglas James. He sold a program where he teaches people how to create a local marketing agency. And the people that wanted to create an agency from his marketing and they got enticed to want to do it, they've never started a business, or they might have done a business in the past, but they're not a current business owner. So they're a consumer, right? Now the other aspect aspect is I also did sales for a real estate and mortgage industry and mortgage side of things. Now, what I was doing, and I was selling marketing service to mortgage brokers and loan officers. So do you see how there's a correlation that I do business services, which is marketing, and they have a business, which is their mortgage and lending business. Whereas in the B2C side, they're a consumer, they don't have a business, and I'm selling them on a program to become a business owner. And then also B2C is more than them wanting to be a business owner. B2C could be them wanting to join a fitness program. B2C can be them wanting to join a mindset program. So B2C is just the typical average person. And then B2B is just think about business to business, right? McDonald's doing business with Burger King. Kohl's doing business with Macy's, right? It's very, very simple. And a couple of last minute things that I know that's super important is how old do you have to be actually be in high ticket sales and be in high ticket closing? And the answer is, it doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter what your age is. I have people that are my students personally who joined my high ticket sales academy that are 16 years old and killing it. And then I have people that are all the way up to 60 years old. So age doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's all about skills. And people care about skills more than they care about your age. And the next question also arises is that, can beginners do high ticket sales and can they do high ticket closing? Yes, absolutely. I just got started in sales in 2016 when I was a personal trainer with no experience whatsoever. And this is where I got inspired to learn about sales, is because I was taking a course. And the main thing they kept saying is that you got to know how to sell. You got to know how to sell. You got to know how to market. You got to know these specific skills, this specialized knowledge. And I was looking up to Steve Jobs. I was looking up to Warren Buffett, right? And Warren Buffett has his certification from a communication and then sales course by Dale Carnegie, and he has that above, I believe, his college degree, because that's how important it is. And he equates all of his success due to the fact that he knew how to persuade people. So after learning that I needed to know how to persuade people, that's when I took it upon myself to learn sales. And I started from zero and I ended up learning really fast and really well. And I ended up making a lot of money at 19 years old, making over $5,000 a month. And that's being a college dropout. That's being an immigrant from the Philippines. And I don't say this to boast, but I say this to inspire upon you that I started at sales at 19 years old, and it's never too late to start, and you don't have to worry about your age playing a factor. Now, the next question also arises is, how about experience? Does experience matters when it comes to high ticket sales and high ticket closing? Obviously, experience plays a key role to anything. When it comes to basketball, who would you rather recruit? Somebody like LeBron James, who has 17 years of experience, or some undrafted person that you know nothing about? It just makes sense to get with LeBron James, right? Now, that's just an easy example. But do you need experience to actually be in the trenches and be in sales? The answer is no, you don't. No, you don't, right? I didn't have experience with high ticket sales when I got started. If you're completely new, you don't have to worry about it, because I had a student who was completely new to high ticket sales. 30 days later, he made $8,000, right? So it doesn't matter what your experience is. It doesn't matter what your age is. And it doesn't even matter if you're a beginner. It doesn't matter at all. Also, too, bonus is, who is high ticket sales for? So I have my notes just to make sure I don't mess this up. So high ticket sales is for people who have the desire to help other people, because what you really are is you're the gap between somebody's future transformation. I've never felt so happy and proud of myself when I close somebody on a marketing service and they're like, oh my God, Joey, you just made me $35,000. I don't even know how I could ever repay you. I mean, you could buy $2,800 in our marketing service a month. You can do that. However, you just are the gap to really help people, right? And the next thing is anybody who wants to be in sales. So if you want to be in sales, high ticket sales and high ticket closing is for you. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? And then the last thing is anybody who wants to develop a high income skill. So when it comes to money, closers, like real closers, real salespeople, we don't have to worry about money because we know how to generate money, because it's a skill that it's universal. You don't have to be a job to make money, because all you need to know how to do is, hey, if I could get on the phone with somebody and I could get something that I know they want, I could uncover a little bit of pain and provide them as a solution to it, you can make money from it. Now, the last thing that I do want to cover is what's the earning potential, and then also what's the average commission. So I will do it from my standpoint. So last year in total business wise, my tax lead actually came back and I've totaled down to $400,000 that I've done in my businesses with sales, managing a sales closing team. So that's what I did at 2019 at 22 years old. And when it comes to other people, right, I have a student named Amir who did $20,000 this September. So the earning potential is unlimited because you're only limited to how many appointments you want to show up to a day and also how many outbound calls you want to do. So it's uncapped, right? And there's also great closing opportunities where you get a salary, base salary plus commission. So you're making like what, 60K just showing up, and then you make what, an extra 140K just closing deals. So the earning potential is infinite. And when it comes to the average commission, I would just go based on what I experience. It's 10% all the way up to 40% in commission. So let's do some simple math. $10,000, you sell a $10,000 package, 10%, you make 1K, right? And you make it in one day. That's what makes high ticket sales really enticing, because I remember one time I closed like 3 deals, only had like 5 appointments, and then I made $2,400 in the span of, what, 2 days and like 3 hours of being in calls. So it's very, very enticing. But again, you have to develop the skill and you got to develop the frameworks and the mental models and everything that comes to a sale to actually make that kind of commission, right? And make that kind of money. So that's basically it. That's the last thing. The average commission is usually 10 to 40%, 40% if you're doing outbounds usually, and earning potential is unlimited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please press that like button. Join the Live Rich family by subscribing down below. I hope you guys like that direct approach. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.